Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you today? I hope we are all doing great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, Mira Sri Nuraini Sutardi. In this occasion, I will present my presentation of methodology in TESOL subject. The presentation is about assessment. So let's start with the definition of assessment itself. Okay, before I explain about the definition of assessment, I want to show you guys some sources from the articles that I was read. The first article is Channeling Assessment in English Language Learning via Interactive Online Platforms, written by Asri Yulia, Nur Azila Hussein, and Faiz I. Anwar in 2019. And then the second one is Introduction to Language Assessment, written by Luis Alberto Lazaro in 1996. And then the third one is Online Assessment Strategies, a Primer, written by John P. Sewell, K. H. Breed, and M. Colvin in 2010. Next, what is assessment? Assessment is a more or less formal procedure for gathering evidence. A test is one type of assessment, and an observation report is another. So, in complete definition, assessment is the process of evaluating, measuring, and knowing someone's ability or knowledge. It measured on attitude, behavior, cognitive, psychomotor, and discipline. Next, why do we assess? There are the main purposes that can be the reason why do we assess. The first one, assessment can checking the student's progress. And then the next one, reinforcing the student's learning. And then the last one, evaluating the teaching learning process. So, from those main purposes, we can conclude that assessment can, from the assessment, the teacher can make decision whether she or he must improve the course or the course had really good enough. What do we assess? In teaching English for speaker of other language, we usually assess some aspects such as linguistic skills, communicative skills, and performance. In linguistic skills, consists pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, spelling, and rules of discourse. And then in communicative skills, it consists listening, speaking, reading, and writing. While in performance, it consists fluency, appropriacy, coherence, and range. And then next, types of assessment. There are 3 types of assessment, such as initial assessment, formative assessment, and then summative assessment. Initial assessment is done at the beginning of the course, and the purpose is to analyze the strength and weakness of the students. And then next, formative assessment. According to Black and William, 1998, formative assessment is the process that provides both instructors and students with continuous feedback on the teaching and learning with an aim to improve students' learning and attainment of the instructional objectives. So, formative assessment is done throughout the course in order to check students' progress. And then the last, summative assessment. Summative assessment is done at the end of the course. And then this assessment is used to analyze what students can do or what students cannot do at the end of the course. Okay, the next is about assessment principle. There are 5 principles of assessment, such as validity, transparency, feasibility, reliability, and discrimination. The first one is validity. The assessment is valid if it reflected with the objective of the course. And then transparency, the learners must know about the system of assessment. And then feasibility is related to the easy of setting and scoring and other aspects of assessment. And next, reliability. Reliability is related to the consistency of the results of our assessment. And then the last is discrimination. Assessment should distinguish between good, average, and weak performance. Next, individual versus group learning assessment. Which one more effective? Individual learning assessment is used to assess learning ability of each individual of students, while group learning assessment is to assess learning ability of the group of the students. So, which one more effective? Actually, both of them are effective, but the decision to make learning assessment individual or group learning assessment, it depends on our objectives and the size of the class. If there are a big a big class, so it's more effective group learning assessment. While if it while if it's a little class, so it's more effective individual learning assessment. So the conclusion is both of them are effective and it depends on our objectives and how large the class. Okay, next, assessment in online learning process. There are two kinds of opinion. There is opinion from Bloom's taxonomy level and Anderson and Cradwell. Bloom said that there are learning assessment techniques such as analysis, synthesis, evaluation, application, comprehension, and knowledge, while Anderson and Cradwell said that there are learning assessment techniques such as creating, evaluating, analyzing, applying, understanding, and remembering. In analysis or creating, there are some learning assessment such as virtual labs, computer simulation models, case studies, multiple choice questions. Those learning assessment is include to analysis, synthesis, and evaluation in Bloom's taxonomy, while in Anderson and Cradwell, it include on creating, evaluating, and analyzing. And then next in application or applying, consists of interactive tutorials, simulations, instructional games, and case studies. And then in comprehension or understanding consists of simulations, animations, and tutorials. And the last in knowledge or in remembering. It consists a learning assessment technique like flashcards, games, and quizzes. And then next, software solution for learning activities. There are some software solution for learning activities, but the most of them is not free. Just hot potatoes is free. The software solution are Hot Potatoes, StudyMate Author, TechSmith Fantasia Studio, and Adobe Captivate. When we heard about assessment, so we can remember about tests. And then the test can be separated from cheating. There are two types of cheating. The first one is unintentional cheating, and the second one is intentional cheating. Unintentional cheating is an unplanned cheating, so the student is not unplanned before, but they immediately can cheating. And then intentional cheating is a student make plans in advance. So before they doing cheating, the students make plans before. Okay, after we know the types of cheating, so we must know about the strategies for reducing cheating. There are some strategies that can be implemented to reducing cheating, such as promoting honesty. Fine and Bates 2005 mention some steps to promoting honesty, such as make clear to students what plagiarism is, and then require students to complete the writing assignment over a semester, and then require documentation or originality. And then next, promoting honesty with high-stakes tests. And then next, if available, instructor can set an internet sharp lock. Some of these vendors include Vision classroom management software using sharp lock, Respondus lockdown browser power link, and Secure SAM browser power link. So when instructor using sharp lock, the student cannot access internet while they are on the test, and it can reducing the cheating. And next, the conclusion. Learning assessment provide instructors with concrete clues about learners' achievement of learning objectives. Two assessment techniques have been used by some instructors in face-to-face classes, online course over technologies that make the design and reuse of assessment techniques easier. And when designing assessment, instructors need to state clearly their expectation for honesty and the consequence of breaking course and university policies. Okay, I think it's enough from me. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you can get the point. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.